Joe Diamidi here, Joe's Philosophy, and it's been quite a while since I've philosophized with my crew out there. I've been philosophizing with myself, of course, as always, and doing lots of things. Life has been busy, and of course, like always on my philosophy channel, I wear a cycling jacket or cycling hat or something to do with cycling, and I'm wearing this one. Luckily, that didn't get burnt to a crisp, and and that's because this philosophizing moment is coming on the back of quite a week. Well, nearly a week ago would have been Joe's eulogy, possibly. I was about 15 seconds away from a complete disaster, and and I'm not writing this. I'm not talking about this or doing this channel or this video for any sympathy or people saying, "Oh my God," or this and that and the other thing. It's just to say that every moment that we are in the cycles of life, cycling on this planet, whatever we're doing in all of these great cycles of life we're giving, is to appreciate every moment of those living moments that we have, and do follow your heart's passion, and you do spend time with your children, get on your bike, go for a hike, like we always say on like I say on a lot of my channels, but this one especially, because this jacket, which I've had for over 30 years, and I love this jacket, and I'll still wear it as a memento of the day that things may have changed drastically, but they didn't, thankfully. As you can see here, burn marks. I was wearing this jacket when a house fire began. I won't get into the how it started or the stupidity of maybe some things that weren't in place or were in place, but the fact is, the house fire started. I was grabbing a burning polyester curtain, and my God, my burns could have been far worse. I have pretty bad burn there, as you can see, maybe. And, that could have been all over my body. It's on my legs, stopped me from cycling for a little bit. But you know what? I'm so thankful that I'm here. This didn't go up in flames. The synthetic shirt, the high-tech shirt I had underneath, didn't go up in flames. I had these sandals on, my Keen sandals, and little bits got burnt in between, but the burning plastic, if I was barefoot like I normally am in the house, my foot would have been pretty badly singed. I was wearing these shorts, which got also singed, and when I did wash them the other day, after the fire, I was hanging them up, and I never noticed, I had these shorts for years, that the name was Lucky Brand. And, some might say a house fire is a pretty unlucky thing. I consider it a very lucky thing. Lucky because it woke me up to maybe some of the weaknesses of the house that I've been living in as far as a fire is concerned. We get complacent sometimes about life, about our house, about many things. Don't be complacent. Every moment is special, and we have to look at things and say, hey, wow, how could I do this? Can I do it better? So now I realized, because of that lucky day, that I lost a little bit of my coat and that, but I also lost 7 coats. One of them I've had for over 20 years. Was a gift from my wife 20-something years ago, 23 years ago. One of my favorite coats, another wool coat that was given me as a gift, a cowboy hat that was given to me by my mother-in-law who's now gone. All those things that I thought like, oh, I love these, I'll have these forever. You know what? I don't have them anymore. And did it change my life? No, not at all. I went to a second-hand store and I replaced a couple of the coats. Can I replace the sentimental value? No, but it doesn't have anything to do with my relationship with my mother-in-law and how it was and what we had together. So it's just things, and those things, sure, yeah, once in a while I'll be bummed. Oh, I don't have those coats anymore, and I have to buy new waterproofs and hats and stuff like that. But you know what? I went out to the shop and I bought a couple of new ones already. I bought some hangers that burnt. What I can't replace is the fact that I might not have been able to ever ride my bicycle again. I might not have even seen my children again. I might have fainted from that fire, from that burn, and then the house would have burned down. I was alone. My wife was away. My kids were gone. And they could have come home to a totally burnt down house. And you know what? It happens to people all the time. Every day. We hear about earthquakes in foreign lands in eastern Turkey, and people lose everything, or villages get done, or fires in factories in Asia and Bangladesh. Those are people's lives, and those are people, those are human beings losing everything, losing their lives, or loss of their limbs, or whatever. And I know I was that close to being there, but as those shorts said, lucky. I was lucky that I wasn't, and I'm lucky that I'm here, and I'm lucky that I could talk to you. And I lost a few coats and I lost a few hats, and I was lucky I didn't lose my entranceway, my house, the computers, all my CDs, and if I would have lost those, it would have been more material loss. But again, maybe a little bit harder to deal with, but still replaceable stuff. And what's not replaceable is the time we have on our planet, the time we have with our friends, the time we have with our family, the time we have to enjoy this beautiful world, make the most of every single day, every cycle, every cycle of life, every 7 years, every time our cells change and our body heals itself from some of those burns I have that will be healed in a couple of weeks, and I'll be able to ride my bike again. That's what we have to appreciate in this life. And I just wrote this book. It's called Gravel Bike's Great Grandma, and it's a snippet of time. There's a little bit about it in my big book, and funnily enough, this is on the kitchen table, and there's a burn mark from that fire where I lost plenty of things in the house. Luckily, I put all the fires out, and the little drops of burning polyester went everywhere, besides my body, on a lot of my things, and they caught fire, and I lost quite a few things in the house besides coats, baskets, cushions, almost a couch, and many other things. But this book was a book that I've written. It's a booklet. It's small, but it's an inspiring book. People who read it say, "Wow, that's really cool." Even though I'm not into the whole technical part that you've written about the bicycles, I loved the passion in it. I love what you guys were doing, and everyone has a passion. And I realized that my passion in magic, or my passion in building, or my passion in other things, shines through, and not everyone shares the same passions. And that's what this book was about a bunch of us living in Japan and exploring the world, and tweaking our bicycles to make the best bicycles that we could travel on to explore this world. And again, it was a life-changing time for me that got me into the bike world, and cycling up on the Tibetan Plateau years after that, meeting my wife and my kids who are now in the biking world, and all of these things, all of these cycles, all of these pedal strokes of life, everything that goes on. It's all about appreciating those moments. We could think back of the time we crossed the street and looked the other way, and then unfortunately, maybe we could think back of friends we've lost, relatives we've lost to untimely deaths, and in youth. I'm not talking about a full life led and someone dying in their 80s, 90s, or even hundreds. That's going to come to all of us. But unfortunately, untimely deaths are the ones that we mourn, and that we really feel the loss of. But then those are the ones that should really make us appreciate the fact that we are alive in this beautiful world. I lost a friend 2 weeks ago, someone who was supposed to come down and rent this exact house just 7 years ago, on a life-changing experience. A little bit of a slip, he fell, broke his neck, quadriplegic. 7 years later, he died at the very young age of 50. And again, we just never know. And so this is not about death. This is not a morbid video. This is about life. This is about living life. This is about appreciating, taking care of our bodies as best we can, so we can go out and appreciate every day. Try to keep in shape if we can. Quit those bad habits if they're stopping us from doing the stuff we want to do, so we can enjoy life and get out there and just explore this world more. And you don't have to stop when you're 60 or you're 70. If you're still physically fit, do it. If you're 30 and you're 40 and you want to do a change or do something in your life, do it. If you're 15 or 20 and you're not enjoying the school subjects or what you're doing in school, think about it. Think about what change. What change do you want to implement in your life right now? Because they have repercussions later on, and they just, decisions that you do, that you make, every little decision, brings us forward in life to the place we are. We don't just arrive here, plop. Just like history. History doesn't just arrive on our doorstep. Oh, how did that happen? It happened by decisions, good or bad, that were made in the past by governments and wars and whatever brought us to where we are right now. Any decision you've made in your life, throughout your life, has brought you to where you are right now. Watching this video, thinking, wow, I'm going to go out and just plan that trip, or do that hike I wanted to do in the mountains, or take that cross-country trip on my motorcycle, or do whatever it is. Learn how to make bread, learn how to knit, I don't know, become a DJ, start my own radio show, and all these things we can do, and we can do them even better if we realize What does it take? It just takes doing it. You just go out and do it. You're not gonna, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're going out and you're doing something that fills your passion, and you're going out and you're trying something new. Go out and give it a go. Give it a go. Go out and do it, because, you know, I woke up in a shiver the 2 nights after, realizing when I did the laundry and I saw all the burns on the clothes, that those clothes could have easily gone up, like that curtain did, like all my coats in the entranceway did, like my hats did. They all went up in flames, and I would say about 3-4 minutes I lost tons of things. And these, for some reason, didn't go up like that. Don't know why. Lucky brand on the back of my shorts. Was I lucky? Well, I was definitely darn lucky that, yeah, I didn't go up in flame, and those burns weren't all over my body. I had a synthetic buff on my head that could have gone up. I could have been scarred, but my beautiful bald head is still there. And there it is, And when I was in my 20s losing my hair, oh, what could have been worse? Oh, man, tons of things could have been worse than losing my hair. I got a bald head, big deal. But anyway, that's what it's all about. It's about getting out there, enjoying life, living life to its fullest. Joe Diamidi philosophizing from you. And here, because of a 15-second difference in time, not watching my house go, not fainting because of the intense pain that I was having in my body, but didn't realize I was having, because my adrenaline was flowing as I was putting out the fire to save my house. And but like I said, again, this is not a video for people to say, oh, wow, Joe. It's a video to say, wow, Joe, thank you. You've pushed my button. I'm getting out there. I'm going. I'm exploring. I'm going to follow my heart's desire. I'm going to philosophize for the rest of my life, because life is all about philosophizing, living it to its fullest, and enjoying every single stroke we take in life, be it a pedal stroke or any other stroke. And Joe Diamidi coming at you from Montbron, and the house is still standing behind me. Take care, be well, and until next time, keep on philosophizing.